Oh, Cartwright into the onside, but short there from Carlisle, and a boundary to get WA's day going.
There it is.
There's an edge, and he's
Yes.
caught. What a great catch. Carlisle's got the breakthrough in the first hour, let alone the first over. And that's the end of Hilton Cartwright, and that's exactly. That's a good shot from Philippi. That's an on-drive out of the textbook. Beautiful batting. But it was right up there at good pace. That's wide from Elliott and put away by Josh Philippi to the long boundary out west.
Nice shot there by Philippi. As you said, Peter, wide, a little bit too full. Bowling a few longer spells.
Operating around the wicket to Jaden Goodwin. Edge caught here, and it's just wide of the fieldsman. And down to the boundary for 4, just wide of Webster there. This ball hit through the covers, beats the infield. That'll go out towards the boundary and crosses the rope now. Glorious shot there off the back foot from Josh Philippi. And to Carlisle, now Goodwin, beautiful cover drive. Glorious shot out towards the boundary in front of the scoreboard. And that's the shot of the morning for mine there from Jaden Goodwin. Next ball, this one's driven through the covers, beats the short man there at cover and out to the boundary again. So the second cover drive in successive overs from Jaden Goodwin, impressive shot.
Of Jaden Goodwin being impatient, so it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds.
This one's driven beautifully through mid-off. Terrific shot from Jaden Goodwin, and don't think Jared Freeman will get there. He won't. That's 4 runs. We've seen him play a couple of cover drives. That one was a bit straighter, but the timing was immaculate.
There's an edge and more work for Elliott. He won't chase that one. It's going to get to the rope. No, it won't. Jules there, but it beats him. It just picked up some speed as it went down the hill. So that's an expensive over from Brad Hope.
Spent quite a bit of time over here.
There's a shout from Elliott.
That is out.
And it's gone. It's the wicket they needed. Josh Philippi is out and Kieran Elliott.
On that scoreboard that tells us. Good.
Nicely played there from Stobo. A straight drive. That's 4 runs. He timed that very well. Classy batting.
Bo Webster now. And this one's beaten. Has got the edge. Big appeal. He's out. Jaden Goodwin, after a fine innings, falls for 85. Tickles it through to the keeper, Jake Doran. And that's a big wicket for Tasmania. Webster to Stobo. Edge between the keeper and slip down to the boundary for 4. Neither Caleb Jewell or Jake Doran really went for that with any purpose. They both ball watched. From the northern end. And Gannon, big drive at this one in the air, over backward point, down to the boundary for 4. So after a pretty circumspect start to his innings, took him a while to get off the mark.
Some different tactics employed sometimes.
And that's a beautiful shot this time from Paris. Straight out to the boundary, square of the wicket.
There's the wicket. He's got it. The second wicket for Ian Carlisle. Well deserved too.
Absolutely.
Cam Gannon. And he swings into the onside. It's caught a point, and that's the end of the innings. Elliott takes the catch. And WA all out for 271, and another wicket for Bo Webster.
There's the next one. Edge, is it caught? It is! First wicket down for Tasmania. Sharp catch from Cameron Bancroft. And that's disaster for Tassie as they try to bridge the deficit of 88 runs. They've lost the wicket of Tim Ward. Into Charlie Wakeham, who gets the thick edge in between gully and point to the boundary for 4 runs. Slightly streaky shot by Charlie Wakeham.
Star cricketers they've produced out of the West.
This one's beautifully played off the pads by Charlie Wakeham. Superb timing. And that's hit the boundary in a matter of seconds. What's his response? That's through the slip cord and in the air from Charlie Wakeham. And another boundary, but that was a risky shot. Nice bounce there from a length from Aaron Hardy. And that flew dangerously through the slip cordon. Ball edge and through that same gap again between third slip and gully. Luck's a fortune for Charlie Wakeham. That's down to the boundary for another 4. Wakeham 21, Tasmania 21.
Yeah, a little bit of luck there for Charlie Wakeham again.
In the early 80s.
Yeah, it's a lovely shot from Jewell. That got to the rope in a nanosecond. Beautifully played. And that will make him feel better.
That's the Caleb Jewell we know.
Charlie Wakeham. That's a good front foot cover drive.
Great shot.
Beautifully played by Wakeham. The wicket's looking okay, David. It's an inside edge from Wakeham, but that'll yield him 4 runs. He's rolling with the punches here, Charlie Wakeham. That's almost 50 years ago. Paris to Jewell. There's runs. Nicely played. He found the gap, 4 runs. He's into double figures. It'll be trouble. Jewell again. That's the spot he loves. Square of the wicket through the offside. That's as good a shot as we've seen. Queensland Fire going for the 3-peat. Wakeham outside off stump. There's more runs. Well, this is attractive batting from the Tasmanian Tigers. It's just what their team needs. Into the onside. This time Jewell. More runs. Another boundary. Well, he's into the 20s now. And Stobo again to Wakeham. 4 runs, but not convincing. That flew through in the gap between point and gully. And he finds a little gap just behind point. 4 more runs for Jewell. WA just having a bit of trouble keeping this run rate in check.
A fine hand here for Tasmania. This time he plays down the ground on drive. Is a beautiful shot. That's going to go down towards the boundary. It's a long boundary down there. Is it going to pull up? No, crosses the rope. Taking the opportunity at number 3. This time he pulls and he'll get that single. That'll give him a well-deserved 50 to Charlie Wakeham. Warm round of applause from those gathered here at Blunston Arena. Action with Charlie Stobo around the wicket to Jewell, who punches down the ground beautifully. The on drive. It's going to go all the way down to the boundary. Got a full ball there and timed it to perfection. Charlie Stobo, 2 slips and a gully. This one's pulled beautifully. Might be all the way onto the bank. Yes, it is. 6 runs to Caleb Jewell. Gannon. Cut shot here, beautiful from Charlie Wakeham, behind point, out to the boundary for 4.
Just look like they've got their groove back a little bit here, these two. A couple of them will come back into contention.
That's in the air, and it's not far away from going to hand in the gully. It'll be 4. And it'll be a half century for Caleb Jewell.
6 again.
There's more runs for Caleb Jewell. He lifts it onto the hill. The tempo of this game is changing, and so are its dimensions. Tasmania's building a lead. More runs for Jewell on the front foot. Beautiful, beautiful front foot cover drive. That's going to hit the rope.
Shot.
And use of the feet there from Jewell. Excellent shot. There's 4 more runs. This time through mid-on, 4 runs. Rockacholi sits on the turf and ponders what's just happened. There's Jewell into the onside, more runs for him. He's having a picnic out there. Wakeham is out. He's a holdout behind to a deep backward square. He's furious with himself. Stobo threw in the quick one and Wakeham took the bait. He didn't connect, and that is exactly what WA wanted. Here it is, Stobo with to Silk. Nicely taken by Philippi. That's the end of the day. Well.
Yeah, a little bit bittersweet for Wakeham. You know, he batted well, and then to get out at that moment.